Want to know what it takes to win a gold medal on an FIVB Beach Volleyball World Tour here in Brazil? Stay tuned because you're about to find out right here in Vitoria. Hello, welcome to the beach here in Vitoria. Clayton Lucas with you as we get ready for the women's gold medal match. It's Brazil versus the USA, the #1 seeds, Talita de Rocha Antunes and Larissa Franca Mestrini, up against the #2 seeds from the USA, April Ross and Kerry Walsh Jennings. Both teams totally undefeated, and it's Brazil with the edge. They've won all of their matches 2-0. Whereas USA were taking to 3 sets by Antonelli and Lilly of Brazil, the #10 seeds. They won that one 15-11. The two teams have history, in particular Larissa against Kerry Walsh over the years, but in terms of this new pairing for both of them, as we look at the stats that tell us it's cloudy, it's not really cloudy, the sun is out in force over the court. It's hot, there's a bit of wind, it's just about perfect. The volunteers are spraying the crowd with cold water. That's typical here of Brazilian beach volleyball. Fortunately, they all got free t-shirts, so they won't have to worry about walking home soaking wet. Perfect day for what should be a perfect game of beach volleyball. The two teams in their current formats have only played each other once, and it's Brazil who have the edge. They beat the USA in Long Beach in the gold medal match last year in the USA. 21-18, 21-16 in 54 minutes. But that was then, this is now. The referee today from Canada is Lucy Guillemette. And she'll be ably assisted by Emmanuel Batani of Mexico. I was having a quick look at the earnings between these four players, and it's in excess of $4 million over their illustrious careers, and it's going to make some impressive reading in a moment when the teams come out. Starting with the USA, Kerry Walsh Jennings, she's 37, from California, lives on Manhattan Beach, wonderful part of the world to live. 108 tournaments, 51 gold medals, $1.33 million in prize money. Her playing partner, April Ross, with $903,000 in prize money, 17 gold medals, 33 years of age, also from California, Costa Mesa. It's an impressive resume, isn't it? And then it gets equally impressive when you get to hear what I have to say about Brazil, as out comes Talita, 33, from Rio, lives in Rio, 150 tournaments, 29 gold medals, $1.298 million in prize money. But the most winningest player on court is Larissa Franca Mestrini, 33, from Fortaleza, 57 gold medals, 134 tournaments, 14 seasons. A bronze medal in 2012 at the Olympic Games, and $1.68 million in prize money. Well, whilst she is one of the most successful players when it comes to the Olympic Games, the player she's shaking hands with right now has 3 golds and is probably the greatest in that respect. Talita doesn't have any Olympic medals. Ross has a silver, Larissa has a bronze. Is this a precursor to Rio in a few months' time? as this gold medal. Could it be what we will see? Away we go with the first set. USA serving in blue. It's Brazil receiving in home colours of yellow and green, and the first point goes the way of the USA. And interestingly, that they go after Larissa and not Talita. They know Larissa's not going to be hitting hard with Kerry Walsh Jennings in and the net blocking. Larissa does have patterns she likes to hit depending on where she is. There's 3 places on court for you to look out for. But if there is no block, she'll try and put her hand through the ball. That's a great pick from April Ross, who puts it back in play as Walsh Jennings comes in. Oh, it's a terrible overpass from Larissa. A few nerves maybe. As she pops that ball up and says to Kerry, oh, go on then, have a swing. In Portuguese, obviously. In terms of quality on court, you have Kerry and you have Larissa. And for my money, I bow to anybody who begs to differ, but those 2 players jousting at the net are arguably the 2 most ruthless players in beach volleyball in the women's game. And straight away, Kerry Walsh gets in with a little juggling for the referee to see. Not happy with the setting of Brazil, just trying to get into the referee's head. All part of the gamesmanship. She called the line block, it didn't quite work as she jumped inside. So, first point for Brazil, but it's Larissa who's looks like she's feeling the pressure at the moment. It also looks like they ran out of same size letters, didn't they, for Ross's surname. That one does find the sideline. That's one of the zones she loves to hit, that line shot middle court. Then there's a cross-court angle. That's quite close to the net, and then one that's into the corner on her left side. Well, that's a wasted opportunity for Brazil, and Ross comes up with a very calm line roll. And it's the USA who are getting the better of the opening exchanges. Perfect start for the USA, a 3-point lead. The errors are coming thick and fast here for Brazil. There are a couple of factors, I guess, mitigating circumstances, you could say. They are playing at home in front of the home fans. There is expectation. But is this that kind of Brazilian mindset that is not just for the footballers when they were royally beaten by Germany in the World Cup, but actually in these big games, these big moments, is it something that reaches across other sports? Let's hope not. For the equity of the game, we want, as a neutral, this to be exciting and close and tense and spectacular and hot in your mouth stuff. Obviously, for those of you supporting the USA, you're saying, shut up. This is quite good, thank you, as far as we're concerned. USA are storming it. Let's keep it that way. Those of you supporting Brazil also saying, shut up, the girls will get back into this any moment. Talita does get herself back into it with a nice cross-court shot. easy, that one, wasn't it, as it was rolled straight on to where Larissa was waiting. Good touch. And a good finish. The net playing a part both times.
Só tem moleque profissional.
Oh, big block. Larissa down on her knees. That would make for a good photo, wouldn't it? With a question mark over the top as just stared down at Larissa. And USA are playing some super volleyball at the moment. Nice play. But a good block from Talita. That was great work at the net by Carrie Walsh as she thought about the break, stayed in, then did make the break, which forced Larissa just to roll that straight to where Ross was waiting, and an opportunity was there to go line again, but the poking not quite high enough. And Brazil get away with it. It's gone a little too wide, has it? Yes. Oh, wow, the net's getting in on all the action. That time, though, to the benefit of the USA. 1 foot Yahoo, not quite working. But a simple roll to the corner was. Well, the ball was hit hard. And then was taken out by the net, and Walsh was saying, actually, it hit me on the palms of the hand. I didn't volley it. The ref said, go away. You can only play high hand steel on a hard-driven ball. Where did it go? Well, she kind of saved it like a keeper, really, and the ref saying, no, not allowing that. Good leave. Everything's working right now for the USA. The technical timeout, a 5-point lead. They are totally bossing this first set.
Technical timeout, tempo técnico. Banco do Brasil, o patrocinador do voleibol brasileiro há 25 anos. 5 anos de todo apoio ao vôlei brasileiro. Porque nossa cor é a cor do ouro, da vitória, das conquistas. É a cor do sol, da alegria e da energia. E é, sobretudo, a cor da vibração, dentro e fora das quadras. Esse é o nosso jeito de valorizar o melhor vôlei de praia do mundo. Acreditando e torcendo com você. Banco do Brasil. O Banco do Brasil. Mas quem trabalha no interior de morar. Não dorme com fome, mas sempre não me joga nada no ar.
didn't quite work out for the USA, but at the moment, as Larissa tries to say, okay, let's calm down and get back into it. Brazil not hitting many clean winners, are they? Larissa yet to really chase anything down that's not been put onto her. More like it, Talita with a good cut. USA just mixing it up and going after her, making sure that she's paying attention. Larissa then with the serve. Well, Talita normally so good at that, her and Juliana, and I know I say it probably too many times, but two of the best exponents of breaking from the net and playing that high hands defense, but on that occasion he's unable to guide it towards Larissa. Oh, good block, but not at the second time of asking. Talita puts it down, and even though the USA are at the bad end with the sun in their faces, still making it difficult for Brazil. Brazil just aren't helping themselves at the moment. On the USA from serve, that's for sure. That is a very good serve, forcing Larissa to the sideline. Oh, and somehow she gets that, does she? Well, the referee was unsure which way to send that. To start with, a little bit of a delay from Miss Squid. That's in part because Carrie is so good at playing innocent, and she celebrated as if it hadn't touched her. The referee was waiting for the call from the second ref, who eventually said, yeah, it caught the block. No arguments from Kerry Walsh. Larissa with the serve. Oh, a top block from Talita. Brazil now beginning to make their move, spurred on by the fans. Getting into the Klagenfurt mood, trying to get the my block going. That one doesn't find the base. Yes, it does find the baseline. USA said out, referee, and lines judge said in. A serve for Brazil. Yes, it did catch that line, didn't it? Top serve. Momentum building for Brazil. Oh, it's still in play, not anymore. 3 magnificent points from Brazil to light up this first set and make it very interesting indeed. It was a good recovery, but unfortunately for April Ross, the ball just a little too far behind her. More trouble here for the USA. It goes down as an ace serve. What a turnaround, what a comeback from Brazil, what a game we've got. But it was all too easy, wasn't it? Perhaps Brazil just lulled the USA into a false sense of security. Or perhaps the USA just switched off. Either way, timeout it is, all square it is in this race to 21. It's most definitely game on now, isn't it? Brazil have got themselves well and truly into this set. They've got the momentum. They've got a bit of a psychological advantage as well, because Kerry Walsh is struggling with her side out at the moment as she gets the ball again. That's a better pass. And she gets the ball away before Talita can close the block. So side out achieved. That's the timeout having to be used in order to do it. And Larissa just beginning there to show a few signs of anger. That was the downfall of her partnership with Juliana. The fact that no matter what happened, everything was Juliana's fault. And every time she would shout and scream at Juliana, and in the end, Juliana just had enough. It used to be a common practice that when timeout came, Juliana would give Larissa a really good listening to. But it ended up just being too much. The team split after the Olympics, well, just before the Olympics, because Juliana got injured. And then it looked as if both players had retired and quit, but both are now back and playing. Unfortunately, though, for Juliana, she won't be going to the Olympics this time round. They had to split in 2008. They were back together in 2012 and they took bronze. And then went their separate ways. Now Larissa back with Talita. It's a pretty strong partnership. Talita's a strong player. Pretty sure she won't take too kindly to Larissa getting angry with her. So Larissa finds the middle of court, but it's still the USA who have the edge. And in games like this, a 1-point difference is huge, because especially with the fact that USA are now siding out for set point. If they do side this out, it means that they'll have a side-out chance to actually take the set. They're in trouble here. Oh, great pickup from Ross. Cross-court angles hit hard and put away, and it does bring up the set point now for them. That was really well played. They were on dodgy ground for a second, but that's a lovely read from Ross. And then she puts it away, no messing. Talita forced deep. Oh, it was a good call from Walsh. She made the break, but that was an excellent swing from Talita, going very steep down in front of where Walsh was breaking to deny her the opportunity to keep the ball in play. But this is the USA's best chance now to take the set, or a set in which they were leading and in control of, but a set that it looks like they're just going to scrape through. Or are they? Well, if they are, they're going to have to do it the hard way now. The fans on their feet as Larissa and Talita save set point from serve. Brilliant swing from Talita. Nothing Ross could do. First to get two clear now takes the set. Advantage slightly with the USA because they're siding out to bring up set point each time. Brazil need 2 points from serve. They almost got one. They might get one. Larissa gets the ball down. It's 2 points in a row from Brazil, and they've gone from set point down to set point up in the blink of an eye. And the fans are going crazy here in Vitoria as it's starting to crumble around the USA. Doing everything she can just to delay things, give her team a bit more breathing space. Talita with the serve. She'll come through to block. It's April looking to stay in the set with a good put on to Kerry, but she can't find the sand, and it's block out. And what a turnaround. Brazil take the opening set 22-20, and the USA go and sit down somewhat shell-shocked. Well, what a fascinating first set that was. And look at that, just a handful of errors as well in a game that went to 22-20, so it wasn't the mistakes that were the issue. It was all about the good play both teams were having to make. And ultimately it was Brazil that came up trumps. How are the USA going to react now? How are they going to come back? Kerry knows it's on her. A couple of poor passes that just put too much pressure on the team. Ross to serve to get the second set underway. And again, Ross is getting herself in a good position, but she's being turned by the ball in a baseball-style swing, as opposed to a golf style where she get your one shoulder under the other and keep that ball back in play. It's very easy to get turned by the ball. It takes a lot of discipline to try and contain it, as Larissa's done. Oh, that's a brilliant play from Brazil. They're pulling out all the stops here, and they're continuing from where they left off in the first set. Larissa somehow taking the sting out of the ball, cushioning it, and then whipping it away. And again, Kerry playing for a little bit of time. Does that mean she's a little bit riled? Does it mean nothing at all? She knows she's getting the ball. And she's in trouble. It's blocked by Talita. The ball was a little bit too far in front of her. She couldn't get inside. Again, she's going to the first referee this time to slow things down, as the game is beginning to run away from her. Habit that Larissa has picked up now, just flicking the sand up with her foot and then using it to dry her hands. So a point for the USA. Kerry just having some inspirational words to April, trying to get her going, get themselves back into this one. Talita in no mood for messing around as she rolls the line. It keeps Brazil 2 in front. Nice from April Ross. Just love the way that she let the ball drift across her body and then opened up a free swing past the block. Kerry's still having visual issues with her technology. Clever play from Talita. Oh, it's so difficult to stop a shot like that. But what presence of mind after just being blocked. Step back out and then see the cross-court angle. Larissa went off and running a little too early. Plan worked at the start of this match when they went after Larissa and they were picking up what she was doing. She made a few errors, but they've changed up now. They're going after Talita, and it's not being so successful, is it? There will be a reason for it. They've seen something, or it's part of the coaching strategy, part of the game plan, but there are times when if it's not working, things need to be changed. How long do you keep going before you make that change? Actually make it work in your favour. Very nice. from April Ross as she gets Kerry out of a spot of bother, bringing Kerry in short to the net. She didn't get out, she didn't have a lot of room to work with, but she knew she was going to put that up for April to have a swing anyway on to. Very difficult when you serve Talita and then you have Larissa coming in to set. And the reason it's difficult is because Larissa was voted the best setter in 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 14. That's better from Ross. Add into that Larissa's accolades, most outstanding player in 06 and 2015. She was the Tour Points champion and Team of the Year with Juliana in 05, 06, 7, 9, 10, 11 and 2012. A phenomenal record for a phenomenal athlete. And look at that. Well, everything's going their way right now. It was looking like it was going to be a great block. It was kept off the sand with a great reaction from Talita. And look at that. You just can't legislate for that. That is something special. And she is something special. Good leave. Really good leave, actually. It would have been very tempting to play that. Accolades. When you look at Kerry's accolades, she was the world's best blocker in 2005 as she hammers that one away. 06, 7, 8, 2011 and 2012 and 2014. Add into that, she was the best hitter in the world in 05, 06, 07, 2012. Best offensive player in 2007 and 2014. So it's kind of like fire and water, isn't it? As the players are looking to cancel each other out with their skills. But right now, it's Larissa who's coming up with all the plays. Having said that, there's only 1 point separating the teams in this second set, despite that blistering start Brazil got off to. Well watched. But a free swing for Larissa, who finds the sideline. And that 1 point mark has just become a 2 point gap. And a bit of breathing space for the #1 seeds. As Ross takes a huge deep breath as she gets her glasses clean. Good leave. A tactical delay it may have been, but it worked. Line block signalled by Ross. He started line and then jumped into the cross court. That makes it almost impossible then for your defender to play the ball who's banking on stuff coming cross court. And again, a little bit of a conflab going on here. They'll have to be careful. The referee won't take it for too long, but it is sort of part of the fun of the fair, as it were. You can have your glasses cleaned, but you can't delay to have a chat. But if you have your glasses cleaned and have a chat, you kind of get away with it. So the technical timeout, still very much all to play for. Brazil with that first set lead. And momentum with them here in the second, but for how long? USA down by 1, and down by 1 set to love as Ross goes after Talita. They could be back level here. They are back level as Ross puts that one across her body away from Talita. You can see how hot it is and how hard the players are having to work. And in between points to kind of just shuffle along to get back into position, not wanting to expend any more energy than is necessary. Ross once again. Well, there looks to be no line to work with. There was no line to work with. The line's judge said in, the referee says out. Talita is, well, she's not shaking all about, waggling her finger. But she is going to abide by the decision. The ball has to actually hit the line. Oh, good serve. Talita rattled by that last play, going after a ball that looked to be going wide. And the USA with a really good run of points right now. Ross in the serving zone. USA in the lead. Another good serve. A slightly panicked play from Kerry Walsh. Probably feels now she should have stayed in and forced the issue at the net. There was a late move off the net. You'll see Guillemette, the first referee, all the and the second referee and the lines personnel have all got glass cleaning technology available to them that the players can use. That one doesn't find the sideline either. So just like that, Brazil back in it again. And no real breathing space for the USA. Cross-court block signalled against Kerry. A line block signalled, no, another cross-court block signalled, in fact, against Ross. Well read by Larissa. Well read by Kerry. But well put away in the end by Talita. Kerry not quite committing to that Volleyball play and sending it back deep to the corner. Talita was able to read it, play high hands D of her own, and then get the pokey away into the corner. Tidy side out from Kerry Walsh. She's had some time out, having to have shoulder surgery. She's come back with a bang. 2 finals in a row. A gold in Rio. A guaranteed silver here, but they really want another gold. That's a great dig from Ross. But it's too tight to the net. And Brazil have turned it round. They edge in front now. Top dig. It was just too close. Talita gets the better of it. Good joust. Larissa drops the hammer, but that's well dug by Walsh, who can only put a roll shot in. Well read. Excellent play from the USA. They gave that everything in order to get what ultimately is a side out. That was a very good touch from Walsh. Great dig from Ross. And an equally good put away to cut that back across her body. It was a high hands D, not hit hard enough, a double touch given against Talita. Play. A little go down as an unforced error, but that was in part because Talita saw the fact that Walsh had broken from the net and then changed her mind about the shot she was going to play and went with something else, or tried to go cross court, and it didn't work. So it edges back the USA's way now. A little too hot off the hand of Ross. Nice swing again. The hardest that Brazil have been pushed so far in any one set was their 23-21 victory over Holtwick and Semler in Pool A. And then after that, they beat them to 12. They're definitely being pushed all the way here by the USA. As this second set kind of ebbs and flows, with one team having ascendancy before the other snatches it back. Right now it's the USA mostly in the driving seat, as long as they can keep siding out. Oh, nicely done. Larissa thought she had that, and then had to think again, as she suddenly realised it was going over her and was going to land in. Chance for the USA. Oh, dear me. Ross could sense that there was an opportunity. She tried to hit it hard, and as we could all see, she hit it too steep. Good fight that time from Kerry Walsh. Keeping it positive as always, not getting on to Ross's case about the fact that that was, well, it was too tight to the net, wasn't it? But Ross did well to get it off of Talita. And keeping the pressure off of each other as best they possibly can. And trying to put it on Brazil. Oh, good touch. And again. Oh, wow, what a play from Larissa. That looked like it was going to be the USA's point all the way as Walsh dominated the net. But then Larissa comes up with a lovely dig into the corner. How about that? Oh, what a block from Talita! And it's now match point for Brazil. We were all expecting a side out here from Kerry Walsh, all that is bar the Brazilian fans and the Brazilian players. And Talita with that Brazilian block.
Olha, pra dar a volta agora, hein? É a hora pra dar a volta, hein? Pode sentar e vamos nessa. Atenção. Mamãe, você não tem, mamãe. Deixa eu dar pra ele. Atenção. Olha, vai. Isso, vem. Aí.
It's now or never as far as this gold medal match is concerned for the USA. First order of day is to side out. Send this one into another 2-point set, just as the first was. Cross-court block signalled by Larissa. Ross pops it up for Walsh. Oh, it's another block from Talita! And Brazil have won the Vitoria Open in straight sets. The #1 seeds have got the job done here in style over the #2 seeds from the USA. All credit to Talita and Larissa. They hung in there and hung in there and hung in there some more. And just when they needed to, they got the job done. A Brazilian masterclass for the fans to enjoy. Larissa and Talita laying down a marker here in the run-up to the Olympic Games. Well, a magnificent final for the neutrals. We'd have liked to see a third set, wouldn't we? But all credit Larissa and Talita, 22-20, 21-19. Despite the best efforts of Walsh and Ross, it's Brazil who have the gold medal here in Vitoria. This is how it was done in terms of the statistics. A couple of aces each, only 2 points different in attacks, but in fact, it was errors made more by Brazil. But look at that, 6 blocks to nothing in the end that got the job done. Magnificent performance. Tim Simmons is down on centre court, waiting to talk to our winners. Let's see what they have to say.
Talita, tremendous comeback. You're down 16-11, first set. What was the difference?
In that time, we just think about us, about our team, what we could do in that time. So I think we played together in good moments and bad moments. That was the most important.
Obviously, you had a couple big blocks there to win the match. Tremendous game.
It was good. Larissa helped me all the time. She was talking with me about the block. And then I just made some good blocks.
Larissa, congratulations.
Thank you. Today was a special day, and Talita day. Talita played very well in the blocks, in the service, and I feel very happy. Thank you for everyone. And
congratulations.
Thank you.
Inteligência do exportador oficial do vôlei de praia brasileiro. Vai tomar uma água, viu? Que ela ficou nervosa. Hashtag o vôlei tem companhia.